Hey there, I'm John Cox with Board Game Geek, and today we have John Clare from AG, and we're looking at Mystic Vale Conclave.
Great. So I am going to assume that I'm explaining this to people who have played Mystic Vale.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to explain Mystic Vale, but the core concept is card crafting.
Right.
Where you're using transparent cards and cards in sleeves to modify and improve the cards as you play, and it's a deck builder where your deck cycles but never gains more or less cards. It just makes the cards better every time you cycle.
Okay.
So what Conclave does, this is our big box expansion that does a few things. One, it fits everything that has come out for Mystic Vale and our planned stuff to come out.
Okay.
Which the base box is kind of out of space at this point. So this will fit everything. My favorite part about what comes in here, it's not just a big empty box. My favorite part of what you get in here is 2 new decks. So you get 2 new player decks. So you can play up to 6 players now.
Okay.
Which a lot of people's immediate concern is, well, isn't there more downtime now? So what we've got is a new mechanic that we call the day-night system. So I'm going to imagine it's set up.
Okay.
What these mark is, so again, this won't make any sense if you've never played Mystic Vale, but you've got 2 marketplaces, or the commons as it's called in Mystic Vale.
Right.
With day-night. Normally you play with 1 set of advancements you can buy from and 1 set of veils you can buy from, but when you're doing day-night, you have 2 sets.
Okay.
You have a day commons and a night commons, so imagine that setup, right?
Right.
And then we've got tokens. You have a day token and a night token. And 1 player gets the night token, 1 player gets the day token, and we can both take our turn at the same time.
Okay.
When I get to the phase of my turn where I buy a card, or where I buy cards, I can only buy from the day part of the board. That person, taking their turn at the same time, when they get to their buy section, they can only buy from the night side of the board.
Okay.
When I'm done my turn, I flip it over to the waiting side and pass it. Once both tokens have been passed, those players flip it over to active and do it.
Sure.
So there's essentially 2 turns going around the table at once.
Right.
Meaning a 6-player version of the game plays give or take the same pacing as a 3-player.
3-ish, yeah.
Right. So now you can play up to 6 players. It takes a chunk of table space. Though we have a version of this that takes up less table space if you don't have the table for it. But I love this. So now I'm super happy that this can go up to 6 players now.
Do you is this pretty much 6-player only, or do you try the day-night thing with 5 or 4 players?
You can play this with 2 players.
Yeah.
Right, if you want to. There's not a restriction. It's just advised with more than 4.
Okay.
Because the game will slow down, right?
Sure.
Otherwise. We have some other stuff in here. So we have sort of a modular thing that you can choose to play with if you want to. These are called Totems. So these are for folks who want to jump 20% into the game right off the bat.
Okay.
So each of these is like a super broken ability that you start the game with.
All right.
And everyone can start with a different one. And they all sort of power you up until where you would be 20% all the way into the game.
Okay.
And
you slide these into one of your...
No, this is like an ability you have to off to the side, and you get
just in
to
front of
use
you.
it. You get to use it
Okay.
as it's described, essentially.
Okay.
So this is like a module if you want to try to play a faster game and get it done quicker, or if you just like the idea of having a super broken ability that we all start with a super different and broken effect to do the game. So it's a modular thing if you want to. The box comes with a whole bunch of extra premium sleeves in case you're tearing them or you need more. And then a couple other key things you get in the box. So we have dividers to sort all your cards in, but we actually do 3 sets of dividers. So you can sort of curate sets of cards if you want to.
Okay.
So basically we have 3 different level 1, level 2, level 3 dividers, and we repeat that 3 times. So you can make 3 different curated sets of abilities if you want to, and say, let's play this set this time, and then you put it away in the box, and you can pull out a different one and play with a different selection of advancements.
To lower the time it takes to set it up.
It lowers the time, and it gives you the ability to, so the way you currently play is you just mix everything together, which is a lot of fun. I like doing that, but it means some effects that you really like might not show up because you got a fat stack of advancements, and if you want to curate a particular selection, you can.
Okay.
And then we give you an ability to help with your curation of the selection. So these are double-sided. One side tells you a set of advancements, and the other side tells you a set of veils. and you can use these as dividers in the box to divide up their selection.
Okay.
And then when you play, you can select 6 of these and mix them to create a setup.
Okay.
Right? And these are designed to be sort of balanced, so you make sure you're not missing enough of a particular type of currency in order for the game to work.
Sure.
So that helps you create modular setups that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like a player aid type of thing. So one of the things that can happen in Mystic Vale towards the end of the game is you have a massive field with a ton of effects, and you have a ton of what we call spirit symbols in the game that you need to keep track of. So these, everyone can get a set of these trackers that you can use or not use. It's up to you if you find them useful.
Yeah.
And these can track your spirit symbols. So if you have a huge turn where you have, say, 3 sun spirits, 1 wild spirit, 2 forest spirits, and 1 animal spirit, you can sort of set that out, and this helps you. So now when you buy 1 veil that maybe costs 2 of these and 1 of these, now you can easily track how many you have left.
Sure.
So it's just a player aid to help with that aspect of the game that some people found frustrating.
Okay.
And that's what comes in Conclave.
And a huge box.
And the storage box.
Awesome. When's this coming out?
So this is also mid-April. This has a $49 MSRP.
Okay.
And yeah, should be out in April. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, John.
Yeah.